And I want to transition into some other roadblocks now that step outside of the dietary realm and look more at like modern lifestyle factors. Things like microplastics, environmental toxins, mold, blue light. What are some of the lifestyle big rocks that people should be focusing on to create a holistic, healthy system where they could be pro-thyroid? What do you think about there are maybe either potentially some of the biggest harms and some of the biggest needle movers that people should be leaning into from that holistic frame?
I mean, you got to sleep, right? We know that if you don't sleep, you're going to jack up your reverse T3. If you create stress in your body by not sleeping, that's when you regenerate all the cells and tissues of your body, including your brain and your hormones and your thyroid and your testicles and your ovaries, everything. If you don't do that to regenerate, you're going to shunt more of that T4 to reverse T3, and you're not going to get there. So when you start with sleep, you realize that sleep is the center of an onion. And to get optimal sleep, you have to maximize things around that. You probably need to get light in your eyes outdoors first thing in the morning, obviously not staring directly into the sun, but getting actual outdoor photons, full spectrum light, infrared light outdoors, potentially some ultraviolet light exposure, depending on where you are in the world and the time of year. All of those things matter. Potentially grounding helps you in terms of normalizing your physiology. There's good evidence that when you are grounded, the zeta potential of your red cells is different. Like we know that the electrochemical environment of your body is different when you're grounded, when you're touching the earth. It's not as woo-woo as we think it is. Are you doing things that are meaningful in your day? Are you sitting under flickering blue lights, which are overactivating your sympathetic nervous system? And are you actually in a place physiologically to want to move, to get some exercise, to do something with your body that gives your body that signal? Okay, I want to move. I did exercise. Now I'm tired. These are all good things for you. And then approaching the sleep situation. Have you gotten enough calories? This is stark contradiction to calorie restriction. Like, have you given yourself enough calories to tell your body that you have abundance, not scarcity? You better. Right. Have you had the appropriate macronutrients? Did you get enough protein from animal food? Did you get enough good fat from animal foods? Did you get enough carbohydrates that weren't full of anti-nutrients from, plant foods? I'm not saying you can't eat any plant carbohydrates. I definitely eat a good amount of fruit, but be aware that array matters. Did you get enough micronutrients? Are you deficient in iodine, selenium, zinc, or vitamin A, or any of these other nutrients that are critical to human health as you approach your sleep? Did you get enough iron, so that you can actually make the things required for sleep, and melatonin and dopamine? And it's also critical, right? Did you get enough tryptophan and amino acids to make the serotonin and the melatonin? It's also tricky. And then as you're approaching sleep, are you moderating blue light? Are you moderating flickering lights, right? Even though you're under lights and they're turned down, are they flickering? Are you in red lights? Are you going to sleep at the same time every night? It sounds onerous until you realize that there are very few things that are more important than that every day. If we want to wake up every day and be the best father, mother, son, daughter, humans in the world, to do our work in the world, we really owe it to ourselves to take care of ourselves. And all of that plays into it. And these are essentially the conditions that were the norm when we were living previously. I don't think that I would choose to go live in the woods anymore. I love being in the wilderness, but I like living in houses. I just think that we need to understand that, like I said earlier, our body, our genetics, and our cellular physiology still expect us to live like we did 75 years ago. So how do we do that in homes that allow us to have air conditioning and heat and shelter from the rain? It's possible. It just takes a little more work.
All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed that show and you now have everything that you need to maximize your thyroid and your energy. But the missing ingredient might just be some desiccated thyroid in your life. So if you want to get your hands on Thyroid Plus early, go to heartandsoil.co, take the thyroid quiz, and you will be rewarded with early access and a 20% discount off your supplements. Go now. We'll see you there.